Welcome to Haunt Topic Radio, the podcast for haunters by haunters. These are our scary visions.
Ooh, it's my favorite time of year. October is here. How is your season going? I know if you're just a enthusiast who likes to attend haunted attractions, this is your month because everything's open by now. Most things are open by now. If you're a haunt owner, you're knee deep in everything. The chaos, the fun, the people, the customers, the actors. You're a scare actor, you're probably dragging butt and trying to get through every weekend, but it's fun, so it keeps you going. Well, ever since I sold my part of the Dead Factory last year, it's been a little different for me. Allows me more time in October to go visit new places, do different things in the fall, more camping. Well, this last weekend we went to Hannibal, Missouri. I live in Mexico, Missouri, so Hannibal was about an hour away. Went to Wicked Fest, which we interviewed Wicked Fest last podcast. Went to Warehouse of Nightmares, which is ran by Hannibal JCs. Went to Haunted Hollows, which is in Palmyra, Missouri, which is right close to Hannibal. So if you're in Hannibal, you might as well jump across to see Haunted Hollows in Palmyra. They put on a good show as well. But in this podcast episode, that's what you're going to listen. That's what you're going to hear is my interviews with Chris from Haunted Hollows, Emma and Dennis from the JC Haunts. Do a little behind the scenes audio with JC's. We also camped at Mark Twain Cave Campground, so if you guys are ever camping around Missouri, that's a good place to go check out. And we are filling ScareIt Badge orders, so if you are interested in ScareIt Badges, if you have scare actors, they like to compete, they like to earn badges, it's a good way to recognize your actors. Make sure you grab your ScareIt Badges at ScareItBadges.com. It is the season. You'll need them for your actor parties, and everything is in stock and will be in your mailbox 5 to 7 days. So come on, keep me busy. Well, we want to wish you a happy October. Seems like it's gone by already so fast. Well, let's roll into it. My interview with Haunted Hollows, Warehouse of Nightmares, and all the fun in between. Man, what a perfect fall day. I mean, it's October. It's about 50 degrees here in Hannibal, Missouri, at Haunted Hollows, Haunted Trail. Talking to Chris. I just got to walking through it in the daylight. I can only imagine what it's going to be like at nighttime. So we'll be back here either tonight or tomorrow. So here I have Christopher Powell, the man, the myth, the legend. Been in the industry for many years. Chris, I don't know a lot about your history. I know you worked with JC's a little bit back in the past. What other kind of things have you done for the haunt industry?
Well, like I was talking when we were walking through the trail earlier, my very first haunt was in a house. And just a couple friends of mine got together, and we had a house that wasn't finished yet. Just the basement was done, and he was living in the basement, so we started building upstairs. The upstairs was all studded up, and of course we set our control room, if you will, up in the attic space, and of course that's where it kind of all started. That's where the joy of the scream started.
And about how old were you then? Like,
oh God,
we're going to date yourself now.
I'm going to date myself. Yes, probably I'm going to say 27 to 30, somewhere around there. So yeah, and I'm 48 now. So
almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And I can see that because when I talk to you, you know what you're talking about. So you kind of like me. You like the simple things. So
yes.
Bringing up JC's, that's where I kind of got my start. Not helping them, but attending those haunted houses.
Gotcha.
In the 70s and the 80s. So that was kind of like my introduction to haunted houses. And
right.
Whenever I design or build a haunted attraction, I use the same kind of scares. So.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I started with the JCs in 2010 with the Hannibal JCs, and of course we started right in with building a haunted house, and I worked out there all the way up to 3 years ago, working with the JCs. I wanted to expand and go to an outdoor haunt and my friend Larry, who owns this one, he's been reaching out to me for years. You need to come help us. You need to come help us. So I finally did. So, and I'm loving it out here. We can do a lot more. And as you will see tonight, the nice part about an outdoor haunt is you get to play with pyro.
Yeah.
Explosions.
I remember that last year. Felt like it burnt the back of my head, but it scared me though.
Well, that's why you don't have any hair back there.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't. So talking tonight, 7:30 open time. The guys want to hear this for about a week or so, but every weekend in October.
Yes, every Friday and Saturday in October, we're open 7:30 to 11. We do sell the last ticket at 11. So that, of course, as most haunters know, the further in the season goes means we're going to be open until 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, before we get that last customer through. Any tickets sold, we will get them through. So.
And you got you're going to have food trucks again, vendors.
Yes.
I know there's a big campfire that you guys have going on.
Yep.
I know you sold s'mores last year.
Yep. We're going to do s'mores again this year. We do have our vendor village this year as well. That was new last year. We did a vendor village. The idea started off, wanted to have kind of a fort theme for it. And that was kind of an overzealous idea. Didn't realize how much it was going to cost to do that. So instead, we just kind of put up pallets and old wood that we had laying around from the woods, old fence posts and stuff like that, and made us a vendor village. But we have food trucks, we have axe throwing, we have this year we have some virtual reality simulation games coming in, nice. So they can get in and drive a car or whatever, So it'll be a lot of fun.
Now, being out here in Palmyra, I know it's close to Hannibal. Whenever I mention you guys, I'm always thinking Hannibal, but it's actually in Palmyra. Do you have a hard time people finding the place, or is this like a known thing now that everybody kind of gets your usuals? Or
yeah, we do have people ask us all the time where we're located at. The nice part is we are on Google Maps, so you can open Google Maps and search Haunted Hollows Haunted Trail, and it will drive you right to our front gate. So that is the nice part.
I didn't have any issue finding it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and once you get on Google Maps, you can find just about anything.
Yeah, it took me right here. So this is the 2023 season. What is different this year compared to last year?
Well, obviously we made our vendor village bigger because we wanted to incorporate more vendors. Wanted to give more of a feeling of being able to do stuff while you wait. As you experienced last year, we've kind of changed up the queue line. We don't have a standard queue line like most haunts do. Last year, our owner Larry, he decided to come up with a ticket system and a while you wait number system, right. If you will. So when you check in, your group gets a number, and that number is shown on a now serving board, and that allows you to do whatever you want until you see your number. Now, you can't enter the queue line until you see your number, but if you're out on a classic hayride, because we also offer that, or you're too busy throwing axes and having fun with your friends, or you're just warming up by the fire or eating some of those delicious pulled pork nachos. If you're enjoying that and your number comes up, that doesn't mean that you have to go rush right into queue line. Your numbers already came up. You can go get in line anytime after that. So that way you got plenty of time. We were, like most good haunts and big haunts, we were experiencing 2 to 3 hour wait times for people buying tickets. So this has definitely eliminated that, and so far the public's really liking it.
I know I was here last year, and last year was your first year.
First year doing it, yeah.
So I was sitting there talking to you by the front line and listening to the reactions of customers, like, what? We don't have to stand in line anymore? We can go up here and sit down, and they were all like, happy and jumping up and down, and
yeah, they enjoyed it.
I understand, especially waiting on a cold night in line where you can be actually sitting by the fire, drinking your warm tatas and your, whatever you're drinking. So
yeah, and that's the thing. We got a hot chocolate vendor, coffee vendor, your lattes, whatever you want. They got Lotus drinks, all the good stuff.
So you've been here, how would you say, 3 years doing this?
This is my. Actually, yeah, this is my 4th year.
Your 4th year.
My 4th year here.
So what do you do here? What's your daily night go through? What do you do?
I am a board member. being a board member, I oversee most of the building, make sure everything's going right, making sure it's going the way we want it. I'm also the resident nerd, so I'm the one doing all the electronics.
Pyrotechnics?
I don't do the pyro. No. That's our owner, Larry. He does all the pyro. He's a down-home redneck and makes things go boom. Go boom, boom. So he does that. But I do all the audio, all the audio for the different scenes. I do all that in the background. As most haunters know, there's always that one guy in every haunt. That's who does all the audio and all the electronics and makes things work.
Well, I got a little sneak peek of things that might be going off later. So that's... There's some pretty cool things in there. Can't wait for that spider to go off.
Yeah, if we can make it work.
Well, it's your first night, you got all season to make it right.
Yeah, we got, what 4 more hours? No, 6 more hours to make it work.
Shoot. So what would you like to see happen to this haunt? You want to get bigger? What?
Oh, absolutely. We're trying to grow every year. We're trying to get bigger and bigger. If we can hit that magic number that we set in our heads, then we're going to expand and make it bigger. We'd like to do an eventual hayride haunt on top of our classic hayride. We'd also like to do a hayride haunt, so that way they're driving through on a hayride just, to see scary scenes. So,
right. Who
knows? We'll see what happens.
And what kind of haunted houses do you like going to? I know you probably got some favorites, so I'm not going to tell you to pick a favorite, but what kind of haunts do you like?
I like haunts that can actually scare me. And as you know, being in the haunt industry, it's very hard to scare the scarers.
It is.
I remember going to this one world famous haunt, and I'm not going to mention names. We went to this one world famous haunt who's everybody knows, and it was when I was with the Hannibal JCs, and we took our actors down there. That was kind of our thank you, because the JCs was all volunteer. So all our actors were volunteers. And we took buses down of all these actors, 60 some odd actors went down there with us. And we took them to the haunt, and the owner was waiting for me afterwards. And he told me, your actors are demented. I said, why is that? He said, your actors scared my actors in my own house. So that's, it's things like that, that makes you proud. It makes you proud that you've trained your actors right. You've shown them what to look for. You've shown them what to look at as far as the haunt goes, as far as what the customers are going to see, and what to look for in customers in order to scare them. So that was a good moment for me.
Yeah, that's always a good compliment too, especially from another person, another owner, another actor manager.
Yeah, especially the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's good. I always like to teach mine to be as realistic as possible.
Absolutely.
Never break character.
Yep.
So they can, freak people out.
Yep.
So.
And I will say, your haunt, the Dead Factory, did scare me a couple times. So I'll give you that one. Yeah. You got me a couple times.
Yeah. Well, what I kind of do is like pick out things that would scare me.
Right.
So. And going through different haunted attractions, like, oh, I got to do that. Mm-hmm. You always get ideas from somewhere else. Yep. I don't think there's ever been an original idea in the industry. Everyone's copied, made it their own, So I just do things that, like claustrophobia tunnels. I know people hate them, and I hate them, but I stick them in there anyway.
Because people hate them.
Just because people hate them.
Yeah, because people hate them. Yeah. That's why you do it.
So, And I know people, I saw some spiders and clowns in there. I know that's 2 big ones for people too. So
absolutely.
So what's your being a tech guy and audio guy? Give us a couple of tips for doing audio and props, and what kind of stuff do you like to use? Things you like, maybe sound effects you like to use, or I know you like simple stuff. What were some things you could tell them out there?
Well, I do like simple stuff, and I like. When you come to our trail, you're going to hear audio on our hayride. So when you come here, you park in a parking lot, and that's about 3/4 of a mile, half mile from our haunt. And you get on a hayride, and that hayride is about a 3.5 minute ride from the parking lot to our haunt. So you automatically get that experience no matter what, whether you've bought a ticket or not. And we have a lot of parents that will drop their kids off, and they'll take that ride to get up here, and then they'll get their s'mores kit, and they'll get their coffee and let their kids go into the haunt. Uh-huh. So you'll hear things on that hayride audio. That is me. I'm your ghost host, and I go over the rules. But not only that, but in the background, I'll go out on the internet and I'll find a wolf howl, and I'll throw that in the background. I'll find some creepy church bells and throw that in the background. Get some old music, from Midnight Syndicate. If anybody has not used Midnight Syndicate's audio, use it. They got great audio. You got to sign up for their license in order to use it, but it's free. You purchase their album, $20. It'll be the best investment you ever made.
You can cut little snippets out of there
Exactly.
too, because there's church bells and there's horse clips and there's different things you could use inside your house.
And insane clown laughing.
Yeah. Baby, I used the baby doll room once. So little musical boxes going ding, ding, ding.
That's
ding,
right.
Ding, ding. So
I think one of my favorite ones, and I haven't used it at this haunt yet, but we used it at the JC haunt, was their, what was it? The Evil Circus.
yeah.
That was a great album. Yep.
Yeah. We're gonna use that in the clown room for a while too. So so it's not about exactly how much money you got. It's being resourceful and creative and creating something that no one's seen before or heard before.
That's right.
In your own way.
And when you mix it yourself, and you can go out there and you get free programs out there like Audacity, and you can mix your tracks.
That's what I use for the podcast.
Yep.
Audacity.
I love it.
Yeah.
And you get to mix your own audio, and and now that's audio that they can't go down the road to the next haunt and hear.
Right.
Because every track I mix out here is unique for this haunt.
It'll slow down or speed
Yep.
up or put something else behind it.
Exactly.
Right. Well, I'm liking what you guys are doing. I'm going to have to bring the wife back here either tonight or tomorrow, depending on where we end up in Hannibal.
But don't give her any tips. I want to scare her. I want to hear her scream.
I want to see her scream too. So where can people find this place? If not now, 2024, 2025, and as it continues to grow?
Oh my! To give you directions, we're in Palmyra, Missouri. So we're just off of Route F, west of Seidenstrickers. So the best way to do it is go to Google Maps, type in Haunted Hollows Haunted Trail. That will drive you right to our front gate.
That's what I did, and I read the reviews, and the reviews are awesome. I went through last year, and we enjoyed it because you guys kind of like remind me of my actors when I had the Dead Factory, because they had the passion. The passion, they're here, they're out in the middle of the woods. Some nights hot, some nights are cold, but they keep on doing it. So
absolutely, and it's a lot of fun. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Well, I will see you later tonight then.
Absolutely, we'll see you tonight.
I think ScareIt Badges are one of the smartest things I've seen in the industry in a really long time. ScareIt Badges are basically either pins or embroidered patches, kind of like merit badges, as they are, somewhat named after, from Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and Brownies, and where after you've accomplished something, you can wear the brag tag of the embroidered patch. Some haunts put them on jackets, some put them on t-shirts, some put them on, with the pins, I've seen them put them on lanyards. But the neat thing about them is they are very specific in what they are rewarding. And they're haunt-based images that reflect what's being rewarded. It's retention, it is bringing people back, and it's actually giving your haunters, your haunt performers, the ability to share that they are haunt performers. And, oh really, you're a scare actor. Where do you do that? And then they will insert the name of your haunt right there. So it's also marketing. I've always been a big fan of ScareIt Badges. I think they're great. So check them out, ScareItBadges.com. No, that is not a paid advertisement. That is just my recommendation. I think it's really cool.
ScottSwinson.com.
Well, another stop in Hannibal, Missouri is the JC's Haunt Warehouse of Nightmares. And I have Emma and Dennis with me. So we're taking a weekend trip here at Hannibal, Missouri, and I've already talked to Haunted Hollows, and Chris introduced me to you, Emma, because, well, the haunted house community is pretty small, but we do affect a lot of people. And I've driven by here before. I was like, what's that? I've seen your signs, and you always pop up on Google as one of the haunted houses to attend whenever I search Missouri. So can you tell me a little bit about the JCs and what you guys got going on here?
So we do the haunted house. We used to have about like 80 to 100 kids that volunteer to help out. Scare. They love to scare, do their scare. They do it every weekend, every Friday and Saturday. They volunteer. They do come in from 7:30 to midnight every night. What else do you want to know?
How long has it been going on?
Here, it's been going on for...
We've been doing it total for 16 years. Actually 17, but the first year we set up, it was just for members only.
Yeah, like
And
a
then-
little fundraiser.
yeah.
Fundraiser.
And then we rolled into the open to the public the next year, bought out some old haunted houses and just painted
their
plywoods and
stuff,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, because it
When we
used to
got
be
started.
at a different location.
Yeah. And then we bought this building and demoed it and built a haunted house the first year within 2 months. And you know how much work it takes
A
to.
lot.
Yeah. So we
Yeah, I wasn't
pretty
part
much
of that.
lived here.
He did all that.
Yeah. Pretty much
Him and
lived
everybody
here
else.
Right.
during those 2 months.
Those first years and those
Yeah.
first. Yeah.
Built
So-
all the walls and everything.
Yeah. A lot of work.
So how long, it's square foot size, or how long it takes to go through?
I
Or?
used to know the square footage, but I would say they move at a pretty good pace usually because there's somebody always screaming after
Right.
you, whatever. So they get to running, and not really running, but moving fast. So I'd say 10 to 15 minutes. But
At a
normally,
fast pace.
yeah,
Right.
normally on a busy weekend, you may wait an hour to get in. It's just that busy.
Yeah.
And
And
so,
there's quite a few rooms.
most haunted houses, if you don't break them into smaller groups, you miss the scares.
Yeah.
So we try not to let more than 4 to 6 people at a time, and then once they clear a certain point, we'll let the next group in.
Yeah.
So
So a smaller throughput, but you're only charging $10 a head, right? So
Yeah.
that's.
we try to keep it affordable for everybody.
I always say that 1 minute per dollar. Like if it's a 20-minute haunt, it should cost you $20.
Yeah. Well,
We're
that's right,
trying
getting
not to increase the price,
Yeah.
so because a lot of people have kids and we want to make sure that they can still come, make it
So-
affordable.
How do you keep the price down? Do you just by keeping free help, volunteers, and
Right.
And all your proceeds go to
We usually do adopt a families for Christmas time.
right.
The kids like to go and we go shopping and do that, and the angel tree. We adopt several families.
Okay.
That's where all the proceeds go to.
Yeah. So, do you have approximate numbers of like what you did last year, just
In one night,
for the season?
For the season, about 3,600.
Yeah.
yep,
That's quite a bit of a donation to help out people.
Yeah.
yep.
We also have 3 escape rooms that we can, it's just a separate attraction. A lot of people get tired of waiting in line. You can do a escape room while you wait. We used to do zombie paintball,
Yeah.
a few things that didn't really go over
We
good.
tried
so-
zombie too, and it got cold outside. And
yeah,
The airball, the paint started freezing.
yeah. And we had live,
actors to do
we had live
Yeah.
targets, and they got tired of getting shot. I think.
Yeah. They're like, no, we're not being zombies again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was hard to keep somebody to do that. We did it for several years though.
Yeah, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And how's the escape room going over? Was that last year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they go over really well.
Yeah.
See, it looks like we did about 600 to escape rooms last year.
Good.
And then we do a fast pass.
Okay.
So, the first weekend's probably not necessary, but on a busy weekend, we've had to up the price because the fast pass line gets as long as the
Yeah.
regular line because we're only doing $5. So now
Right.
we bumped it up to 10 to kind of discourage some people.
So do
But-
a $20 fast pass?
Yeah,
Or is
it's
it like
You get $10 haunted house entry and $10 for the fast pass.
Okay.
So it's $20 total.
And it still don't stop people. They
No.
still pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know me and the wife always pay that extra because we're just me and her. It's like, I could afford
Yeah.
an extra $10.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes we have a bus pull in. It's a volleyball or softball. Volleyball team. They come in. They play in a tournament sometime in October, and they always come here every year. And so there's 20 of them or whatever. We give them a little break.
That's good.
Yeah. So big groups. Big groups and veterans. We give them a discount too.
That's a heck of a bargain.
Yeah.
And we do trunk or treat every year. We do that on Halloween night. We don't open the house. We just do the trunk or treat and let the town come through and enjoy that.
Comes
So
with a lot of candy.
lots
Yeah.
of candy.
Now, is people living locally, are you still looking for volunteers all the time? Or?
Yeah, we usually don't ever turn any kids down. I mean, I've had up to like 100 kids before. When COVID hit, then we kind of cut back, but
Yeah.
it's
I think everybody
It's
did
usually-
a little bit.
yeah, it's usually about I try to keep it like at 40 now because it's a lot of kids that have to tend
wrangle
to.
around. No, we had to start in place zone leaders. So you're in charge of this bunch. You're
Yeah,
in charge of this
yeah.
bunch. And this is
And I'm in charge of all the actors, so
yeah. So how many actors this year?
right now we probably have about 30 or so, but there are already new ones coming in tonight, so.
Are they mostly high school below? Are they all adults? Or?
I have from 10 and up.
Yeah.
I mean, like my granddaughter, she started when she was 3 years old. This is her first year not doing it.
Kind of like my kids. We threw them in the home haunt. And
Yeah.
They were raised. They were
And
raised in that.
my grandson, he's been doing it a couple times. He'll go in there like each year and go into a room and want to scare people. He likes scaring in the parade.
Yeah. He's getting a little braver.
Yeah, and
It still
he
kinda freaks him out,
He's really scares them, and he don't stop. So
Yeah.
it's pretty fun. But
Yeah, there's like background music. You can kind of hear it now. There's background music going along with other scares that happen. So it's always got your senses going, and I think that kind of gets him kind of weirded
we
out.
don't have a
Yeah.
lot of older. I mean, it's more of the. I would say more of the
School age kids.
school.
Right.
A lot of the middle school,
Yeah.
basically.
13, 14, yeah.
Yep.
Even
What?
younger.
And not very many adults at all.
Noticed
Maybe
a
a
lot of ours wanted to. It was kind of something they could brag about in school, and they were kind of
Yeah.
like, "I work at the."
Yeah, and
JC's
they
on
love
the
to tell
house,"
them, "Oh,
like-
I scared them," and they love to tell us and brag
So
about
when
it.
you're
And,
when you're all suited up and nobody knows who you are, and you can
Scare
call
your
somebody by
friends.
name, they go, "Oh, who's that?"
Yeah,
They
especially
know
those
my name.
people that might be mean in middle school or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
You can get them back.
Yeah.
yeah,
Guess I've done that before.
Yeah, and all these kids are just volunteers. Nobody gets paid. All of us adults that are working at building it, it's all volunteer.
you
So,
know, you're
at
here
the end of the-
hours and nights, late
At the end of the
nights.
season, we will do a party of some sort for all the kids and give them awards. And we've taken them to St. Louis to the Darkness and some of the big haunted houses before, as a thank you for
Yeah,
helping out.
that's good. It keeps them
Yeah,
around.
we've
Keeps
done
them like
Scotty's, and where we did an all-day thing
It's a
for all
skate
of our
lane.
actors.
You probably didn't know what Scotty's is, but
Yeah.
it's a skating rink and an arcade and putt-putt golf, go-karts.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Right.
we've done that,
Pizza.
and we've done here where they wanted to be here, where they could go through the house pitch black, and so we've done scavenger hunts through the house, and they seem to really like that. Like a big party and awards and
more involvement. that you
badges,
can-
and
right.
we always do that, and they love it. So, and it's fun to give them some silly awards and all that stuff. So they enjoy it.
So, what are you most excited about this year? What's got you pumped up?
Getting it started.
Yeah, it is opening night.
Yeah.
Like in
Yeah.
like a couple hours. So-
Yeah, and we always do what we call Mission Able Night. So that's where we do about an hour and a half. One night, we pick a night, and it's for individuals with disabilities. And they can come through the house for free.
That's good.
Each event, no matter what event we have, we do some type of thing for individuals with disabilities. And they come through the house, and the actors still scare them like normal. We just don't have the strobe lights on. And they really enjoy it because, you know, they don't have a lot of funding. So
Yeah.
and that's tonight, actually. So
We've always tried to keep it wheelchair friendly.
yeah.
That's good.
We may have to take you in a different route than the other people, but we get you in
So
there.
get a
and-
good, good experience.
yeah,
And,
and we usually have a wheelchair or two every year.
yeah.
So I always wanted to keep it wheelchair friendly. So we do that. Some of the areas are a little rough,
Yeah.
but
We
we make it.
when we designed the Dead Factory, we put everything was 36 inches and then 40 some spots. We had one of the bigger wheelchairs come through, the electric wheelchairs. It's like, oh man, I'm sweating,
yeah.
I'm sweating it. But he made it all the way through. There was a couple tight turns back there, but we usually had an actor or something follow him through behind, or one of the management or something follow
Yeah.
him. So
Yeah, we usually have somebody in management take them in and make sure that they're not bumping into a group coming out
Yeah,
until we
give
get
them
them
some time,
to the
space 'em
starting
out.
point.
right.
So
Well, where can people find your haunted house? Say the name and the address so people can come check it out.
it's Hannibal JC's Warehouse of Nightmares, 320 South 3rd Street, Hannibal, Missouri.
And what nights are you guys open in 2023?
Every Friday and Saturday in October.
And it's $10, and the proceeds go to.
Adopt a family.
Okay. And if you're in the area and you want to come help and play,
You'll have a good time.
okay.
Some of them get scared. Some of them come out laughing. It's just a good time for a
That's,
low price.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to entertain them, right?
We also are doing a breast cancer shirt this year. Looks like it has some of the horror characters and
It's got kind of like the Friends logo, but it's got the horror characters. I like it.
yeah. And all the proceeds from these go to
The cancer center.
Cancer Center.
Okay.
So just wanted to get that one in there before we finish up here.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your time, and I'll let you guys get back to work. So I know you got some hungry actors out there. So
I gotta do all the makeup.
All right.
yeah, it's about time then.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, guys. Do you know what causes haunted attractions to shut down before they even get started? The top 3 roadblocks are lack of funding, lack of leadership, lack of resources. As a member of the Haunters Toolbox, you get instant access to the tools you need to start and grow your own haunted attraction business. To get started, become a member at haunterstoolbox.com.
We'll usually have an actor or a person here giving you the rules, rundowns.
So it's kind of like the waiting area.
Yeah.
I see something.
So-
Is it dark?
Yeah, so in here, we've added a black light, but it was totally pitch black last year. And you had to feel your way around. This door is a magnet. So you couldn't get through until a guy let you out.
Ah, yep.
So you didn't know which door was which. So, anyway. All about pressure mats.
Try to step over the pressure mats.
I think that one just turns the light on here and lets this guy know somebody's coming.
Should I step on it?
Yeah, go ahead. See if I like this. Yeah. Make it tell somebody in there, hey, you got
Oh,
somebody
so that's your light.
coming. Yeah. Drop down window.
Those are always effective.
Yeah. And the same way here, I believe this tells this actor that there's somebody getting ready to walk in.
We got a butcher room with catfish and the big sledgehammer guy,
Side of beef,
side of beef.
and of course a foot.
pig head. Am I allowed to take photos in here?
Yeah, you can take a few.
I just want to get a couple. Yeah. Need some rotting flesh spray or something in here.
Yeah, when we had that last ride, it had some sense. Vortex tunnel.
Vortex.
Me and my son built this after seeing them at Haunt Show, and low budget Haunt couldn't afford
Yeah,
to buy it.
they're good.
So we found somebody with a CNC router that cut the piece. We put it
Tubing?
all together and figured out the gearing to get it to where it makes you feel like you're losing your balance. This is an old walkway I got out of the junkyard at work.
Oh shoot, where you work at?
Cement plant.
Yes.
So it worked out good for this.
Yeah, because these aren't cheap.
That one's gonna turn some noise on for you.
So you got to take any of this down, or
No.
everything can stay up?
And the only thing we take down is if we're going to redesign an area.
Right. Yeah,
That's what that does.
that'll get you.
That one lowers or moves that slider.
Spiders.
Yeah. These aren't inflating things. You've probably seen these. I mean, the claustrophobic bowls.
Yes. It's about the size of the Dead Factories. Looks like about 16 feet,
Yeah.
20 feet.
This is the area where we used to have like white and blue, and they had the black stain running down. I was telling you, it looks like mold.
Uh-huh.
And I'm pretty sure we got that idea from your haunt.
Yeah. We had one little hallway that had a
Yeah.
fluorescent area.
And there'd be somebody back here, and they have a wand that arcs when it touches the
Spark wand.
Yeah.
Right. Electric chair.
Yeah. This is an air cannon, I think. I don't know if it's on, but just in case you might not want to step on.
Air cannons are fun.
Yeah. There's
Another drop window.
this. There's the dog going.
Big mean junkyard dog.
He used to come out.
Come out.
He built in, though. He quit working for some reason.
Nice floors. Those are
This
cool.
one might get loud if it's turned on.
Didn't get it. Got moving floors, moving bridge. A low tunnel. Now would that be blown up? You have to
Yeah.
get under
these
that.
turned on.
Yep.
It's a claustrophobic ceiling.
Baby doll room. What kind of building is this? Like an old factory, or
It was when we bought it, it had been a plumbing place.
yeah.
Before that, they brought rail cars in and loaded out here. Some kind of warehouse for shipping stuff up by rail.
All right. Pretty good sized building.
Yeah.
Nice, poor Dodge.
Guess you're not gonna work.
She's scary.
This is one time. sewer tunnel.
Yeah.
You got these green lasers and there's a fog machine.
Right.
Low-lying fog. So it looks like you're walking through like a mist.
Did you we did the swamp area like that. Yeah. So Pennywise is in here?
Was. This year I don't think so.
That's ugly.
Yeah. I'm
All
not sure
right.
what goes on in here.
The rats are eating something.
Of course they'll be in there. They're in here.
A little chop shop. Bunch of tools. Yeah.
Wow.
Fire.
This is one of the new
That's creepy. That's creepy with
when the lights are out too.
Creepy with the lights on.
Yeah.
So one's gonna be standing there probably. Right there.
Guess so.
Yeah. Bunch of mannequins all look the same. Which one's gonna move? Even though you know one's gonna move, you always know something's gonna move. But you never know.
This is just like a little maze to figure out how to get out of it.
I see. Dark maze.
You got this cool stuff.
Can you shut that back or?
No, it's
Okay.
No. This is the
Yeah.
last one.
Blacklight room. No one can hear you scream. Want to play a game? His shirt lights up.
Real nice.
Sweet.
The exit here.
Yeah. Can't wait to go see what the actors in it now.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be fun. Like I say, some people come out wet pants, some people come out laughing, some come out crying, you know.
Yeah.
We try to tell people no one under 5 because it gets pretty intense for a little one. And some people insist. I mean, if you want to
We've had that before too. Like, we've had to start turning babies away
Yeah.
because I'm afraid someone's going to drop a baby because they're holding it. I'm like,
Well, you heard how loud it is too.
yeah,
It can't be good for
right.
little one's ears, and
Uh huh.
so. But some insist, oh no, he likes scary movies. Yeah, well, he's watching it on TV. He's not
Yeah.
walking through it.
He has a lot different. And saying, people run or people laugh. I think everyone has their own way of dealing with fear.
Yeah.
And it's, you see that too. Like, or I like to see the ones that are so petrified going in, but when they do it, they come out laughing and screaming and, just like, oh my God, that was fun. Let me do it again.
Yeah, we'll mess with them, and what if we get lost? Well, we'll look for you tomorrow.
That's a good setup, man. I appreciate it. I'll have to come out and check it out tonight.
Yeah, like I say, for a low budget haunt, I think we do pretty good.
Yeah.
We've had people from the city, Columbia and St. Louis. Really, the only thing they have on us is money.
Yeah,
So we have a wall that's painted to look like stone. They have a stone wall.
yeah.
We
And
don't
it's
have the money for that. So
And when it comes down to it, yes, that is a lot. That does mean some people just want to go through and see the big over-the-top animatronics. Some people want to see the, the $1 million sets.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the passion and the actors behind it and the time and sweat put into something that you don't have to just go buy, that you can make your own.
So we have air compressors in the basement that probably aren't running right now. That's why a lot of this stuff runs off of air.
Right.
We don't have them started up yet. But yeah, it's a labor of love, I'll tell you.
This podcast episode sponsored by ScareIt Badges. Get your ScareIt Badges at ScareBadges.com. Also sponsored by Hunter's Toolbox. Take your haunt to the next level at HuntersToolbox.com. Thank you for listening to Haunt Topic Radio. Please leave a comment wherever you found this podcast. Each comment you leave will help spread the word to other haunters around the world. See you next time.